Hey everybody, Andrew Zimmern, Ask Me Anything. Clearly you can see I'm in the office today. Yes, that is office decor. If you would like to ask me questions, subscribe below. Anyone can hear the answers. You want to talk to me by asking me a question, got to be a subscriber. Molly writes, in regards to your canned fish post, what's the deal with fish packed in water versus packed in oil? I grew up in the fat-free 90s, so water was always the right answer, but I'm starting to think I've been led astray. As far as the oil goes, what do I do with it? Drain it? Leave it? Somewhere in between? I most typically use canned tuna and make a deli salad for sandwiches. Help. If you are using domestic canned tuna packed in water, one of the big two supermarket brands, they're packing it in water as a marketing tool, and they are doing it to lower the amount of fat and cholesterol in it, because oil naturally does. They're using vegetable oil. Sometimes they have special cans and stuff like that that says that, I mean, let's believe them, that it's packed in olive oil, in which case I use that, because you have to remember that means you just use less mayonnaise, right? Most people moisten their tuna salad with mayonnaise, so you're just putting the fat back in there anyway, so you're not doing yourself any favors. And I think domestic, big commercial brand canned tuna, which is cooked twice, that's the problem, which is really dry, is better if it's packed in oil than if it's packed in water, and I just squeeze it out and discard it. But I have realized over the years that while it's a little spendier, I would rather buy the imported or the now many brands of domestic tuna that are packed in really good oil that are once cooked. In other words, the raw fish is placed in a tin with olive oil and it's cooked in heat under pressure. That's it. One time is much better than the people who are cooking their product, then putting it into a can with oil or water, and then pressure or cooking it a second time, essentially. Melissa writes, thinking a trip north this summer to your adopted hometown of Minneapolis. Well, I've lived here for 30 years, so best places to expand my food horizons, keeping in mind I have less than adventurous people with me. Looking so forward to your work on the latest incarnation of Iron Chef. Fantastic. I love the latest incarnation of Iron Chef is going to be a blast. If you're coming to Minneapolis, go to Hmong Village Market, log on to andrewzimmern.com. We have a list of local restaurants there that we put up that are sort of our favorites. We have a new restaurant here called Mara that's fantastic, a Mediterranean seafood concept from Gavin Kaysen. Petit Leon, Jorge Guzman's restaurant. Owamni, Sean Sherman's award-winning restaurant that serves pre-colonial contact First Peoples food from this part of the world. And I mean, there's Minneapolis and St. Paul has become quite the food town. And there's a lot of my favorites there, from, Revival to Alma to 112 Eatery and everything in between. So yeah, check out our website at andrewzimmern.com. Sharala writes, what is one food or drink that everyone loves but you don't? Cookie dough. Raw cookie dough. Why do people eat raw cookie dough? It sucks. Raw cookie dough tastes like raw flour with sugar and other crap in it. It's terrible. Cooked cookie dough is amazing. I call it a cookie at that point. Cookies are incredible. I don't know what's the obsession with raw cookie dough. Like, I get like licking, icing off of a spatula, but like raw cake batter that has flour, just raw flour is just a horrific taste. Other things, I don't really care for walnuts, but it's been exaggerated that I don't eat them at all. Once a year I eat a walnut, but raw cookie dough, I just never, tie me down, in some sort of torture movie, I purse my lips and turn away. It's just not my thing. Sharala, you don't like sushi? Like, I get that, but there are baby steps towards that with cooked seafood. But I get it. We all have things that we don't like, and that's okay. My friend Kat Kinsman told me a long time ago, never yuck on anyone else's yum. So I support your right to dislike sushi, and I support everyone else's right to love raw cookie dough, but I have trouble understanding it. Anyway, there you go. Ask me anything. See you next week.